This is a reaction video. Attorney Mario Santos here, guys. As you understand, sometimes officers get it wrong. And for me, being a defense lawyer, I actually see it quite often. It may be shocking to you guys, it may be surprising, but it's really nothing out of the ordinary in my practice. So let's take a look at this video. It's quite shocking, to say the least.
A woman named Jessica and her boyfriend left her car parked when a random drunk man smashed her windshield. Once Jessica got back to her car, she flagged down an officer on a bike to tell him someone had broken her windshield. What Jessica didn't know is that the officer was investigating a hit and run that happened a block away. The cop, upon seeing the broken windshield, thought Jessica was the one that committed the hit and run, and the officer immediately started accusing her.
Car was just involved in a hit and run collision where a pedestrian was hit. And don't make faces like you don't know what I'm talking, but listen to me. Listen to me. Leaving the scene of an injury accident is a felony. This isn't my first day. I know that you were driving and you were worried about it because you're drinking.
Now, let me stop it right there, guys, because look, this officer who's engaging in the investigation is making quite a bit of allegations, okay? And they're shocking in terms of he's immediately with this position that, hey, you did this and you fled and you're committing a felony. He's trying to intimidate this individual into some type of confession. It really what it looks like. Now, you may think, well, wait a second, if I didn't do anything wrong, let me go ahead and try to talk my way out of this. Sometimes you may do that, engage in making statements, and innocently not knowing, provide an inconsistency. Provide some type of inconsistent statement that then they can use against you. Let's take a further look.
If you can listen to
get
me.
My cigarettes. You can ask the hi-fi security guard. Like,
then how did your car have damage on your windshield?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Listen
to me, because of the nature of the incident and the injuries, if you continue to say we don't know that you're driving and you don't know what happened to your car, we're going to do DNA tests and all sorts of other things to the car, and it's going to show that you were...
The couple was in the nightclub for hours, and despite having nothing to do with the hit and run, the officer simply refused to listen.
I'm not going to listen to you because you're lying to me. The problem is...
So here, as you can see, he's already being, in a position where he's accusing somebody who's also trying to explain to the officer, hey, wait a second, we weren't even there. We've been at this club. How could we have done this? But he's not wanting to listen to that perspective because he already made it up in his mind. Hey, this is something that you did, and you're lying to me, and you're committing a felony, and you're going to be taken under arrest. These are the issues that we normally see as defense lawyers. In investigating the cases, we determine, wait a second, this officer made a mistake. Now, was it intentional? This officer kind of seems that way. But the majority of the time, they're innocent mistakes. And we, at the end of the day, have to make sure that we clarify these mistakes to the district attorney's office in the effort to then clear our client's name. Let's continue looking at this.
As you guys left, were involved in a collision, you panicked, you pulled over here.
No, we did not. No, we did not. Okay. You cannot pin that. You're not pinning that on us because that is not the truth.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening to you. You're
not
saying that this vehicle was involved.
Listen, stop talking for a second. You're not listening to me.
Let me show you the transactions. Let me show you the transactions.
I don't need to see the transactions.
Why? Because it validates my truth?
No, there's evidence that you can't dispute.
That's not evidence about anything.
There's a person that hit the windshield.
Nobody hit the windshield. Okay. This car...
All right, I'm not going to argue with you, man. It is, and we have cameras.
Okay, so this officer was given an opportunity to review exculpatory evidence. What is that exactly? It's evidence that demonstrates some type of innocence. Here, unfortunately, he was provided that opportunity. Intentionally, he made the decision to say, I don't even want to look at it. You're lying to me. We see this time and time again. Make sure you defend your legal rights, guys. This is why we make an effort to make sure that we educate you on what your legal rights are. One of them being exercise your right to remain silent. Make sure that you have a right to discuss and consult with a lawyer to hopefully clarify some of the misunderstanding or the miscommunication. But make sure, just don't simply make an effort to provide inconsistent statements because then this is where the issue arises. And you now potentially are facing a felony offense that you then have to face in court, incur certain expenses in hiring a lawyer to make sure that they defend you in court. These are the things that you hopefully want to avoid by exercising your legal rights. Let's finish this video out.
I'm trying to help protect you guys now because now you're lying to us. She has glass on her clothing like an explosion, like small shards of glass.
Here's where the officer was caught in a lie. Jessica clearly had no glass on her, and if they had checked the cameras, they would know the broken windshield had nothing to do with the hit and run.
Where?
The police then booked her, took her blood for future DNA tests, and also forced her to strip naked. Shockingly, the police had video evidence showing what happened before she was handcuffed or taken to the county jail.
This is the issue, right? They had the videos. They alleged, hey, she had shards of glass all over her shirt without even confirming whether it was in fact glass. Was it some type of dandruff? For all we know, we don't know, right? But the officer certainly knew that there was videos that he could have easily confirmed and said, wait a second, somebody caused this damage to this windshield. Rather than just go into this tantrum of alleging, you're lying to me, you did this, I'm not gonna hear your statements, I don't believe you, you're not listening to me. Be better, please. Exercise your rights. If you need any help, if you have any issues similar like this, call our office. We'd be more than happy to help you out.